Hello, we are making foldables. We're going to make one for elements of art, one for principles of design. You're going to collect all the papers, so you need 2 green papers, 2 pink, 4 blue, 2 salmon, orange, or coral, whatever color you want to call that, 2 yellow, and 2 gold. All right, so for the elements of art, we're gonna start out with pink, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow. All right, so we'll take the pink, we're gonna do blue, green, yellow, and blue, green, yellow. You can set the other papers aside for now. Okay, we're gonna put them in order. Pink, and then blue, and then green, and then yellow, and then blue, and then green, and then yellow. Doesn't have to be perfect. So pink, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow. All right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna need a ruler, scissors, stapler, and a pencil. On the bottom of all of these, we're going to just trace the ruler. Actually, it doesn't matter what bottom, one long side, I guess. So trace, put it off to the side. Pink on top, blue. There's a little something on that paper. Okay. Then with the pink one, we're going to divide it in half. So we're going to use this for measuring everything else. I mean, if you want to really measure, it would be like 4 1/4, or you can just eyeball halfway. Okay, and then you're going to divide this space in thirds and then this space in thirds. So just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so then we're gonna label these lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna use this to measure both the elements and principles booklet. And then in the end, we'll cut this off on the very last one. Okay, so for the blue, you're gonna line up the edges so it's lined up on the sides. And we're gonna make a little mark where the first line is, number 1. Finish that line, and then we're going to cut off the rest. Actually, we'll cut all at once. Set that aside. For the green, we're going to mark number 2, second line, and then we'll cut off that rest. For the next yellow, line up the edges. Mark the third line, and then we'll cut off the rest. For the next blue, it's going to be the 4th line, and then we'll cut off the rest. Green will be the 5th line, and then we'll cut off that little piece. And then the last yellow, we do nothing to. All right, so I'm gonna set aside the pink and the yellow, and I'm gonna cut off all of the little pieces. And I would make a pile because we can actually recycle these little pieces. And so then stack that green on top of the yellow. Blue. It doesn't matter what order you cut them in. We're going to put them in order in the end. The next yellow. Green. And then blue. Okay, so these can go in my recycle pile. So then when we put it together, you would have the blue with the little tab, green, yellow, blue, green, and then the yellow one that we did nothing to. We're gonna set this aside. Actually, what we can do, we can put the pink one on top. So for this pink one, we'll trace the edge. We're gonna cut that whole side off on the pink one, the one that we did not measure on. Okay, and we'll put that on top. It'll be the cover. And then we're gonna staple in the upper corners. Okay, elements of art. That can be with pen if you want to. And then with black pen, we're going to label it line, color, and then we're going to divide shape and form. We're also going to lift up that paper, and we're going to divide this yellow paper as well. Corner to corner. Shape and form. Like so. Okay. Next will be value, texture, and then space. All right, so we're done with that one. That one can get set aside. Now we're going to do principles of design. So we're going to use this one to measure the principles of design, and then we'll cut the bottom off when we're done. So our first step is to trace the edge on all the papers. Hold on, let me get this off the stack. There we go. Easier. We're going to put these in order. So we're going to do blue on top, and then coral or salmon or orange below, and then gold below that, and then blue again, and then that salmon, orange, etc., and then gold. It's the same process. So the first blue, we're going to line up the edges, make a mark where line 1 is, and then we'll cut that part off. Set it aside. Okay, next orange, salmon, coral, etc. 2, where line 2 is. We'll cut off the rest. And I'm kind of putting it back in order as I'm putting it off to the side. Okay, gold will be the third line. And we'll cut off the rest. Okay, this last blue will be the fourth line. We'll cut off the rest. Again, I'm kind of putting it in order. The last orange, salmon, coral, etc. paper will be the fifth line. And we'll cut that one off. And then this gold one, nothing. The last gold we do nothing with. Okay, so I'm going to cut this orange coral salmon paper. Okay, I'm going to stack it on top of the gold. I'm going to cut the blue. Sorry, there's a fly like attacking me. Gold. Orange, salmon, coral, etc., whatever color that is. Blue. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to cut this whole strip off of the pink one we used to measure. We'll make that the cover. And we're going to staple the upper corners. And then we're going to write the principles of design. Okay, we're going to label it balance, contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, and we'll divide the last one and write rhythm and repetition. Then in the inside, we're going to write proportion. And later we'll add a definition to that. And actually in the inside of the elements of art, let's write composition. So inside elements of art, composition, Inside Principles of Design, proportion. All right, there we go. Finished. Thank you.